it's time to talk about Game of the Year so far for 2021.
Woo!
So with E3 done and July upon us, it's time to look back at the games which we think have a chance of being the Game of the Year for our Year of the Lord Kojima 2021. So I've got the top 5 on Metacritic. So I'll start off at number 5, which is down the bottom there, Braden. Coming in at 89% on Metacritic is It Takes Two.
This is a digital-only game, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. It's a 2-player.
I don't think I've ever played it, but...
From the makers of
Way
Brothers and
A Way Out.
A Way Out, yep.
Yeah, I enjoyed A Way Out.
So, do I need to read the description, or we're all good with It Takes Two? 2-player co-op?
It's a split-screen co-op game. You
Couch
play
co-op game.
a couple who are divorcing, and then their child wishes for you to be... I don't know. It's weird, man. And you figure out your divorce stuff.
Yep. And you live happily ever after as claymation animatics.
Alright.
Yeah, I've heard everyone rave about it. Every reviewer that I've listened to, every review I've read, people have spoken very, very highly of it. Hence, it's 89 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
Coming in at 90, number 4, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the PS5.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Then also at 90, which I don't know. See, I just took the top 5 games from Metacritic. I'm doing well. Top 5 games from Metacritic, irrelevant of whether they were remakes or upgrades or whatever. So the next one after Tony Hawk, also with a 90 on Metacritic, is Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
I'd say it's earned it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's just
No
a remake,
buts about it.
No, well, that got cancelled, didn't it? Then coming in with a 97...
This is unreal. I haven't played this. But...
Disco Elysium, The Final Cut. So it's basically a really good game, tweaked to be even better.
Yeah.
Then 98 is that classic game that we've all played and we all love, The House of Fata Morgana, Dreams of the Revenants Edition.
Just saying. Never heard of it.
Okay, well, I've got the description here because I've also never heard of this 98% game.
Yeah.
A gothic suspense tale set in a cursed mansion. The House in Fata Morgana is a full-length visual novel spanning nearly a millennium that deals in tragedy, human narrative, and insanity. This version includes blah, 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 3 games. It's a visual novel, and it's got a 98.
That's weird.
A 90 is the highest ranking Metacritic game for 2021 so far. Braden?
There you
go. Okay.
Is it like...
Gamers are weird, man.
Has it got like...
It's got options. You can choose to say nothing or say good morning.
I'm going to go with...
It's got, anime girls.
That's the one I'm going for. Is it that, and is it explicit, and is that why it's got so...
I would doubt it. I've not looked into it. I've just seen the footage that we got on the screen now, which you can see too over at youtube.com/hackthedino.
If you're watching, or if you're listening to the podcast, there are words appearing on the screen. It's implied that you're reading the words and following the plot.
It's essentially like the press conference for the Ace Attorney game.
Yeah, Ace Attorney.
From E3.
Yeah.
Just watch words appear on a screen.
So I've got a couple of games here that have been very well reviewed and liked by members of the Dino team.
Us.
And I just thought I'd tell you where they are currently lying in Metacritic. We'll start off with Ratchet and Clank with an 88% on Metacritic is at 13. Returnal with a 86, at 32. And Resident Evil Village is at 45 with 84% on Metacritic.
That is weird.
But a visual novel's the best game to come out this year so far. So, away with this, I thought it was time that your fine, humble hosts put together their own top 5 list of the 2021 Game of the Year so far. So I've got a couple here. Obviously, we've got Resident Evil Village, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. Some other games that have scored very, very highly. Hitman 3, Bowser's Fury, Rip Apart, of course, Returnal, Resident Evil 2, and It Takes Two. So what do we think at number 5? Braden?
I think Ratchet and Clank should be higher. What would go in at number 5?
What do you think at number 5?
This week? This year.
Honestly,
when did it cut off? What was the date? Because it was the end of last year.
I need to look at what's come out.
What do you mean when the cutoff?
For Game of the Year. What? Because it was actually at the end of last year.
It depends who you go for. So we're going by Hack the Dino rules. It has to be January 1st, 2021.
When did Tony Hawk come?
Well, see, that's the thing. It was like,
Oh yeah,
That was
that's
like
a
September last
remaster.
year.
yeah, but if there's an upgraded version,
Oh, so
that
we're
released
only
this
going
year,
this year?
Yeah, we're only going for whole complete games that have released this year. That's
Okay.
our rules. So if it was me putting in number 5, I'd actually put Bowser's Fury.
I was going to say Bowser's Fury, but I'd probably put it at 4.
I'm comfortable with that then.
Yeah, you got this, Braden. You gonna type them in?
I'm
Yeah.
bringing,
You're busy. I'll type it in.
I'm bringing up the footage
Okay.
so that people know what we're
Teamwork.
talking about.
Yeah, Bowser's Fury is great.
So the game it came with, I've forgotten it already because I'm typing and can't do two things at once.
Super Mario World 3D.
Thank you. Game wasn't the best.
What are you talking about? It was fantastic.
Yeah, well, again, I played it with my daughter, so I didn't have the best time.
I feel like that's not the game's fault. That could be your parenting.
But it wasn't as fluid as a Mario game is. Whereas Bowser's Fury, that was a Mario game. It was just
It was
really
great.
small.
As a
small.
package, that whole thing was fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved Bowser's Fury. I thought it was great. I thought the visuals were stunning. Using the engine of what they had to turn it into a game like this, wonderful. And yeah, I think number 5, that's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
What do we think for number 4? So let's go through a couple of games. We've got Hitman 3, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two.
I haven't played it myself, but Hitman 3 was real fun to watch people play. Like, the level design that they come up with for all the stuff they added, like, it's really good, really good.
Yeah. Floppy, what do you think? You played Hitman 3 at all?
I played a little bit. Now, I didn't dig it as much as I did the older Hitmans. So I probably wouldn't put it in the top 5.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I haven't played it at all, so maybe we'll just leave that out for now.
That sounds like we're leaving it out.
And we'll see where it lies at the end. Okay, another number 4, we've got, again, It Takes Two, Returnal, Resident Evil Village, Ratchet and Clank. I reckon, let's go with number 1. So that way we've got the two medium.
Resident Evil.
So you're saying Resident Evil?
Yeah, hands down, it's the best game I've enjoyed so far this year.
Okay, Braden?
I say Ratchet and Clank personally, but I can understand if we put Resident Evil at the top.
See, well, this is where I'm confused. So Ratchet and Clank, I think, is a wonderful game. I've not played it yet. So I can't, see, this is the problem. I haven't played them. So I was kind of relying on you guys. Ratchet and Clank, I think, is visually, from what I've heard from people, is visually stunning. It's a great game. How many hours you put into it, Braden?
Oh, I mean, like, I think I finished the story, like, maybe... I mean, I sat down and played it, like, 3 or 4 nights. Mind you, they were very long gaming sessions. So maybe, like, in the, like, teens of, like, hours.
So it's not a huge...
It's not massive.
Development.
I mean, that's to... If you want to, like, blitz through it, that is also me, like, very quickly running around finding collectibles and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I'd say like mid to late teens for like the overall story.
All right, so let's say 20 hours.
Yeah.
Just a 20-hour game. The other one that I was thinking of for number 1 was Returnal. Because from what I've seen and what I've seen of people playing, this game not only looked spectacular, it was, I saw a quote today from Anthony Birch on Twitter just saying, Returnal's so hard, he's playing Dark Souls to have a break.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So
Far
for
out.
me, it comes down like Returnal. Yeah, might be. Again, I've heard from many people that it's their personal game of the year so far. But is it too hard? Like game of the year, I think for us, well, at least for me, it needs to be enjoyable. So that's why I'd put Ratchet and Clank up top. How long did Village take to finish?
I think it was 12 hours I spent. 12, 13 hours.
Okay, so
which for me was perfect. It was the perfect time.
All right, and
But
you
I
enjoyed...
also could go back and keep going because once you've finished it, you get access to some stuff to play through the next time.
Okay, so have you played Returnal at all?
I touched on it,
And
but not my jam.
not your jam? And
Not saying that it's a bad game, just not my jam because that whole Dark Souls type thing is...
Okay, so what about Ratchet and Clank then?
I would put Ratchet and Clank as my number 2.
Okay, so it's your number 2. Braden's number 1, obviously, but there's a little bit of biasy there.
Very biased.
Look, honestly, if I'm the deciding person, I'm going to say Ratchet and Clank at number 1.
I'm happy with that. Like, as long as Resident Evil and Ratchet and Clank are like 1 and 2 in some order,
I think
I'm
that's
totally
what
down
we're,
with that.
I think that's what we're getting to.
So I was going to say, yeah, then number 2 would be Resident Evil,
Yeah.
Resident Evil Village.
Have either of you played Super Mario Golf Rush?
No, not yet.
Thing?
So I wanted to pick that up. I am very interested in it, very much like it.
I only got 73 in the Metacritic. I was very disappointed.
I heard that the single player is pretty rubbish.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very fun for multiplayer. I wouldn't be playing the multiplayer. I would be playing the single player. And hearing that the single player is a bit disappointing, I'm probably not going to pick it up now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking the same, actually. It's like the Mario Tennis was like a really good, almost JRPG in the single-player mode.
Yeah,
and people
yeah, I
were
heard
pleasantly
it was really
surprised
good.
by it. Yeah, it's just Nintendo being Nintendo. You just never know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're always so hit and miss. Anyway, so number 3, I'm thinking Returnal.
Yeah, I think Returnal fits for 3. That
I'm going to
sounds
chuck
good.
one in there that I'm pretty sure no one else will agree with. I am just waiting to go back to it because I had other things on the burn at the time. I was really digging Biomutant.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Like,
I was really digging
again, I haven't played it, so it's hard for me to... I need to play these games before the end of the year. It's
Yeah.
getting ridiculous. Me going, I haven't played it, but... again, just going on reviews and footage and gameplay I've seen of others playing it, there are a lot more... not negatives, but a lot more criticisms of that game than of others that are on this list. And
True.
of the one that I'm going to suggest for number 4, which is It Takes Two.
I have no opinion of it. I haven't played it.
So, again, neither have I. Gee. Hi, I have a game opinion show.
Hi, my name is Ben and I like Fortnite.
I like reading news, all right? I like knowing... Leave me alone. I like games. I was going to say It Takes Two just because, like, above everything, Joseph... Yusuf? Is that who it is? Joseph Yusuf?
I think so.
Before the game came out, he said, if you don't like this game, message me and I will personally give you $100. Like, that's how confident he was with this game.
I'm pretty sure I don't like it. And I like $100.
Everyone who I've read and have read reviews and watched play have loved this game, and they're saying that this is the game that proves that couch co-op isn't dead, that people still want couch co-ops.
Yeah.
And I'm pitching that as our number 4. Braden, what do you think?
I would agree with that. I've had this on my list of something to eventually get so that Michaela and I can play it together. Really test our relationship. But,
Mate, play Overcooked.
no.
Oh, no, that'll end your relationship.
Exactly. I want
Sorry.
to test it. I don't want to end it.
So the fact that none of us have played it is why it's at 4.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that
had
checks
we
out.
played this and it is really,
Yeah.
really good, I can see it jumping up to 3 or 2.
What about things like Final Fantasy VII Intergrade?
Again, like, I didn't like Final Fantasy VII. I really didn't enjoy that demo when I played it. So,
I
like, for
haven't
me,
played it.
no.
I haven't touched it.
I played a bunch of it and really enjoyed it.
Would you say you enjoyed
I haven't done
it
the
more?
Intergrade, though.
Would you, yeah, okay, so...
I've only played the one that came out last year.
I haven't done it yet, but I do want to pick up, and I do really want to play through Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Yeah.
I like that would probably be on my
But,
list.
I mean, that's a remaster, and I don't
know,
think we
it's
should
a
include
remaster.
remasters because they're getting a leg up. Like, I think it needs to be new games. Well, I'm going to put in It Takes Two at number 4.
Gotta say, I've watched about 5 seconds of gameplay from Chivalry 2. Looks pretty funny.
All right, so our top 5 games for...
I totally think we
No?
should switch 4 and 5.
Okay.
Which
I
was
think Bowser's
fine.
Fury is just so much
Yeah,
fun.
no, yeah, I would swap
It's
that as
so
well.
much fun.
You want to swap them?
Yeah.
Because you guys have actually played it and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, like
And
I loved that game.
I feel like It Takes Two comes in with the people's vote.
The people's vote?
It's not the people's vote at all because the chat would completely disagree with us.
It's the lazy
But
vote.
It's the vote that we think we would really enjoy the most out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
Because none of us play video games enough.
Nope, because we're too busy planning a show for your entertainment. See what we do for you, people?
There's also-
Least you could do is tell 2 friends and subscribe to youtube.com/Hack The Dino.
Never
And also
misses a
leave
beat.
us a little... leave us a comment in the podcast app. Apple Podcasts, Spotify don't do it yet, but who cares? Tell your friends. Tell everyone. Just
Tell 2 friends.
2 friends. 3. Go 3. Do you have 3 friends? It's a challenge.
Oh.
Make 3 friends. No, they have to prove it to us.
That's
they got
rude.
If they've got 3 friends, they'll tell them. And they'll
Of course,
prove it to
we
you.
know you have, because you're great people and great people have friends.
Did Microsoft Flight Simulator come out this year?
No, but
Yes.
the PS5, the Xbox one's just come out with the xCloud, which they also announced stealthily. Oh, yeah, xCloud's out now, by the way, with Flight Sim. All right, so top 5 so far. Coming at number 5, It Takes Two. Number 4, Bowser's Fury. Number 3, Returnal. Number 2, Resident Evil Village. And number 1, Ratchet and Clank.
Get on it.
Get on it. Get on it.
Get it up, yeah.